Alright guys, it's your boys, Give137 coming at you with another video. Head and make a top 10 gloves of 2012. These gloves have been any gloves that I've used throughout the year in 2012. Although the review may be from 2011, it's a glove that I've used in 2012. I'm going to put the order of the list with all the in the description with all the links to the videos of the full review, so you guys can go and check out the glove. Okay then guys, number 10 on the list is the Just for Keepers 500. You guys remember that I did a video about these when I came back from Just for Keepers camp on the final verdict of the camp. I'll put a link down below. I've not really used these, to be honest. The only time I've used them is when I've been playing five-a-side, but it's the reason they're down here is because I'm not a big fan of coloured latex. I feel it's not as tacky. It doesn't, like, compared to all my other gloves, like the other Just for Keepers, the Pro, the Adverse, the Reaction, and the Math F-lines. This just feels really tacky. I had the same problem with my Nike G3 a year ago. I just found the grip to be really like soft and spongy, and then drop the ball all the time. But I'll put the link to this description down below. So yep, that was the number 10 on my list. Coming in at number 9 was the Umbro Speciale glove worn by Joe Hott 2 seasons ago, I believe. The old version that David James also wore during the World Cup, the bright yellow version. I had the dark blue, like maroony colour version. The reason that went in there is because it wasn't the top end of the glove, it was the one down from it, so the latex was quite thin. It was good at sticking, it felt a nice tacky glove, but after a while, if it got muddy, the grip just went like that. There was nothing there. The ball started to slip, especially if I had forgot to wash it after a game. The grip just went. Even if I washed it for about an hour, I'd never get the grip back. So that is why the Umbro Speciale is coming in at number 9. Coming in at number 8 is the F-line FL1s. I don't really have any bad points about this glove. The only thing I did not like is, as I've mentioned in quite a lot of my videos when I've been reviewing, is negative. That's the only thing I did not like about the gloves. I'm not a negative person. My hands are too big for negative cut. I always have to go for an extra size, which ended up costing me a bit more money. So unfortunately, that's why the FL ones have come a bit lower down my list than I'd hoped they would have. But I've got nothing against the F-line FL1s. They were a good glove when I was using them. I use them for training more than I did for matches because I felt they were more of a training glove. But again, got nothing against them. So that is number 8, the F-line FL1s. Coming in at number 7 is the Just for Keepers Adverse gloves that I did a review on a while ago. Good gloves, very, very good gloves to say they're a negative cut. I quite like them. Although the only problem is I found was the wrist strap. I did not. That's the reason I put it a bit quite low down, because when I was doing it up, when it was wet, come straight back off. It was an elasticated one like I've got on the SMU of the F-line. Nice elastic strap, got nothing wrong with it. But as soon as it gets wet, the bonding between the two Velcro bits would just spring off, and you'd be left with it flailing about, and I really didn't like it. A bit uncomfortable at times because it starts to scratch, especially with the Velcro. Another problem with the gloves was the grip. I found that the fingers start to tear quite quickly. Not saying that some gloves won't do that, all gloves will do that, but I just found these to do it a little bit more often than other gloves that I've had this year. So that's why I placed it at number 7. Okay, coming in at number 6 is the Keeper ID Keeper Skin. From the picture that I just showed you, they're green, but the ones I have are the blue ones. Good thing about Keeper ID is your own personalisation. You can personalise the background and the wrist strap, which was quite a good thing because it was free. But The only thing I didn't like about the reason these are at number 6 is because at the fingertips they were just ripping at the seams, completely ripping. Like the Umbro Speciale did it a bit as well, like around the top of the fingers they'd start to rip, but you get that with gloves. But these were tearing down the finger seams. They had that kind of very snug, tight roll finger effect, which was good to start with. But when they got wet, they started to like rub, and I started to get blisters along my hands and calluses, and it really wasn't comfortable while I was playing. So fortunately, I got rid of the gloves because couldn't really stand them anymore. They were kind of annoying. So that's why the keeper ID keeps coming in number 6. Okay, so coming at number 5, finally I can show you a glove actually on this video. It's the Just Keepers reaction gloves. Got these gloves when I went down to the Oundle camp in Peterborough. I recommend all you guys go on that if you're a keeper. Great. I might not be going this year, but if you do go and I go, come say hi. I'm not a scary person to come talk to. These have come excuse me. These have come in at number 5 due to the sizing. That's all I've got to really moan about these gloves, because these are size 10. I'm a size 10 roll fingers, but when I put them on, I've still got that much space in the glove where my actual hand is, so they're quite baggy. Oh yeah, another thing, I don't really like the wrist strap. I'm not a big fan of the plain wrist straps because I don't feel it holds in enough compared to like an elastic wrist strap. But yeah, apart from that, there's nothing else really wrong with those gloves. So that's why the Just Keepers reactions have come in at number 5. Next up, coming at number 4, I believe, is the F-line N-roll gloves. These were a new one that were brought out this year. I was one of the lucky ones and I got to sort of play test them, I believe. I may be completely wrong in that. But these have been my main match glove this year, as I've only recently just bought the SMU gloves, which are now my new match gloves, and I've degraded these to my training gloves. The reason these have not come higher than number 4, again, is one of my biggest pet peeves is the wrist strap. It looks like it ties up, it's nice fitting wrist strap, got nothing wrong with it. But as soon as it gets wet, it does the exact same as the adverts did. It flings off, and every time I go to stick it back down, it'll pull straight off. Because if you can hear that, it shouldn't make that sound. It should stick and then off. But these gloves have done no harm for me this year. I've really enjoyed wearing them. It's a bit different, really, because it's a negative roll finger. Like the stitching on the back hand's negative roll finger gloves. Again, I'll put all the reviews I've done to all these gloves in the description down below. So that's the F-line N-rolls coming in at number 4. Coming in at number 3 are the F-line Ultima. I was, as I just said before, I believe I was the person to pre-test the F-line Ultimas. I may be completely wrong again. I might have just been lying to myself all these years. But when I got to play test them, I thought, oh my god, these are amazing. And they were. And over time, like every other glove does, it starts to wear away and bits of latex fall off. The inside starts to become loose and you can feel it shifting in your hand. So the reason I put these in at number 3 was due to the fact of, I know this sounds, these reasons I'm putting up sound really like petty and why is he saying these, but if you're not a goalkeeper you won't understand these. But what happened with the F-line Ultimas was it began to the latex on the thumb began to rub away really quickly, and it got to the point where I was kind of still wearing them, still using them as a match glove, but I had a hole in the thumb. Well, not full all the way through, but it got to the mesh bit on the inside, and I decided it's time for a new pair of gloves, and I gave them away to one of my grandparents' friends who's a goalkeeper coach, a coach over in America, and one of the lads has got the gloves off him. He sent me a message the other day saying thank you very much for the gloves, so they've gone to better use somewhere else. So that is why the F-line Ultras come in at number 3. So if any of you subscribers have clicked on at the moment, there are only 2 other pairs of gloves that have review that I've done this year, or that I have talked about on my Twitter that I've used recently. This was a really difficult choice between these 2 gloves because they both have qualities that make them what the 2 best gloves I have ever worn. And this is comparing to the Nikes, the Adidas, the Pumas, the Umbros, all of that stuff, all the so-called top brands of gloves that people will hear about and buy for the kids and for themselves. But it came down to just one thing, and it was the fact of the grip. That's all that it came down to. There was nothing wrong with wrist straps, tearing the thumbs, the rubbing away the latex. It was literally the grip. So obviously you've seen the picture, you know which one's coming up. It's the Just for Keepers Pro model. From a while ago, it was the second Pro model that they released from when they started doing their glove line. The reason why I'm saying the grip on these is because I wore these a few weeks ago. As you know, I played for South Yorkshire recently, the past year, but the season's finished now, so that's done. And these were the glove of choice for the county season because I was travelling all over the UK, and then I was wearing these bad boys right here. But what I found out is we played on 3G quite a bit, and I found when I varied between the games between the F-lines and these gloves on 3G, and I found the F-lines to be a tiny bit better. The only reason I feel that is because the Just for Keepers are the super soft latex, so it's very, very spongy, and when I feel they get wet, they get quite heavy, and the grip starts to run like out and starts to become it makes it a lot harder to catch a ball, in my opinion. But apart from the grip, that was the only thing that separated the 2 gloves at the top, this and the NumberOne glove. So yeah, that's why the Just for Keepers Pro is coming second this year. So finally reached NumberOne. You've just seen the picture and you'll know which glove it is, as this is my most recent review. I know a lot of you will be thinking, but wait, you've not even really tried out these gloves yet, how can you say they're your NumberOne of the year? I have tried these gloves out, tried them out training twice last week, and I tried them out in the game on Sunday. And as you've seen in the picture, it's the F-line SMU gloves that I created. The reason these definitely beat out the Just for Keepers Pro was based on the fact that both times when I do my training, I train on Astro for once. I train on Wednesdays on the Astro for Stocksbridge, and then I train on grass on Thursdays for Just for Keepers. And it's been the same pair of gloves twice. Give them a wash, and I can't believe how tacky the latex feels. I mean, I could pick up, the brand new ball technique where you get a brand new football. You can just hold it midair and it'd be fine. It's not going to fall. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I plan on doing it again next year. It may be reduced number, it might be top 5 next year, just due to the fact that I now have 5 pairs of the F-line gloves, and they're probably going to last me throughout this year, and I've still got the other gloves that I've shown you in the clips on this video today. Any questions on any of the gloves that I didn't mention in the reviews that I put the links down below, just send us a message on Twitter or on here on YouTube saying whatever you want to, really, and I will try my honest best to answer your questions. As in the past I've had, would you recommend Under Armour shorts? I've answered that. It's my personal opinion, I can't change how you feel. Do I go up a size in this glove? Do I go down a size in this glove? How much would you recommend you spend on a glove? Just ask me anything. I try my best to answer the questions as well as I can. If not, I will. If I can't think of an answer for you, then I will probably make a video about it. That's what I'm going to start doing. If you have questions that I find I struggle to answer, I'll make a video and then I'm going to open it into a big chat for everyone to answer. So yeah, it's been your boy Giver137, and this has been the top gloves of 2012, and I hope you've enjoyed it.